Hello everybody, and welcome to the new Hearthstone adventure called League of Explorers. League of Explorers? League of Explorers. No face cam because there's no need for it. So we're going to start off with the first heroic boss, which is Zinaar. I think his hero power was 0 mana, gain a mana crystal, and the opponent draws a card. So every time, no, he gets a dream or something like that. A wish, that's it. There you go. They did it there, right there. See? So he gets to draw a card. I mean, he gets a mana crystal as well, but we get a wish card, which is actually really good when you're playing tempo mage. If you work it out, because you got the Flame Waker, which is OP with all those spells that you get to use with 0 mana, and you get the bonus things that come out of it as well. This turn, I actually used the Flame Waker to trigger those spells, as I was just talking about. And I actually got really lucky. Now, you'd think it was probably a misplay, to be fair, unless I got it knocked on, as I will. But we got the pick of the 3, Abusive Sergeant, Dragon Egg. Abusive Sergeant would have been the other pick, but because we didn't have any mana and we didn't really have a turn 5 play without using the anti-heal bot up, I had to pick the Spiteful Smith. So I used the 0 mana spell and actually got both of the things, both of the little shooty bits, onto the ogre, which wouldn't really have been ideal. If we wanted it, we would have like one on him and then one to face. But thankfully, the second spell actually got the other 2 that we needed. So it was perfect play. It was perfect play. So it was beautiful. So we actually got to see the Forgotten Torch first time in play. So that is 3 mana, deal 3 damage, and then you shuffle a 3 mana, 6 damage card into your deck, which is pretty good. He didn't actually get a chance to use that in this game, I don't think. Thankfully, he played that 2/4 camel, which summons a 1-cost minion from each player's deck onto the battlefield. I think, what did I pick in this thing? I'm not sure what I picked. I can't remember what I picked. Arcane Missiles again. That was purely because it curved out a bit better. Considering we've got Flame Waker as well, we could do a lot of damage with those pingy bits. So ping ping pong. It might have been a good idea to do Arcane Missiles, but Arcane Missiles is more of an AoE thing. So I decided to go down the route of just being a bit more controlled with our pings. And then we can save the Arcane Missiles and then the Arcane Explosion for when he has more stuff on the board, right? Also remember that our Mana Worm is going to get buffed up as we go along as well. And now that he has 3 minions down, that Arcane Missiles is going to be a lot more better because it kills off his Leponome. And the pingy missile bits from Flame Waker actually might even kill that Toad, which I believe it does. Boom, boom. Perfect. Lovely. That 1 damage went over to the Flame Waker, which is completely fine. And then we got the choice of those 3. I think the obvious pick was the Ogre Brute, because the hero power isn't really... It's possible to use the hero power here. But I wanted to use the Arcane Missile to finish off that full 1 instead of having to use the 2 mana for the hero power. All 3 of the missiles went face, and then the first one of the missiles from Flame Waker went face as well, which made me panic a bit. But then the second one actually killed him off, which was a relief. But even if they did all go face, we had the mana to be able to ping it off as well. But thankfully they didn't. And he used a really terrible Rock Biter to take out our 6/3 Mana Worm. Whether it was the correct play, I don't know. But remember, it's the computer, and it's still on the road at the moment, And again, he used the Owl to silence a 1/1 Divine Shield, which is not the best of plays. I gotta admit, it's not the best of plays at all. But again, remember, it's the computer. So we had a choice of Blizzard, Arcane Missiles, or Dragon Breath. I was kind of torn between Blizzard and Dragon Breath. I think I picked Blizzard because the AoE freeze, and then it gives us a chance to draw into lethal. We've already picked Arcane Missiles twice, which is fine. But the Dragon's Breath, we weren't really planning on trading into anything, and we wanted to get that 6/6 frozen for this turn. So that next turn we've got the Frostbolt, and we've got the pings and all that kind of stuff to be able to go face with it. However, he did manage to kill off our Flame Waker with the Fire Elemental. Fire Elemental. It's trying to commentate really fast on the pace of the game because stuff and things. Alright, so Flame Strike was actually really good in this situation. We got the choice to get a second Flame Strike. I believe I picked the second unstable, yeah, the unstable portal, because it fails up a curve a little bit more, and it could give us the option of getting something that could finish him off, because we were literally just looking for a finisher, right? So the Frostbolt was 3 damage in hand, we had the 2 damage on board, and then we had the 1 damage from the ping, so that is 6 damage. You would have been left on 2. We would have drawn into something along the way for 2 damage, but if we didn't and we got really unlucky, then we don't want to take that risk, really. So I did a board wipe. We have the Ogre Brute, and we have Frostbolt, and we have Unstable Portal. So technically, we have the control, but this turn, our priority is to ping off that 2-1 snake, because else, whatever we play, it's just going to get killed for value in it. Unfortunately, we were one mana short of being able to do Ping and Dr. Boom, which would have been glorious. Ravenholt Assassin, out of this pick, was the best pick, in my opinion, because you just throw that down, and then you got lethal next turn, right, because it's stealth. But then I thought, what about if that 5-4 guy actually misses my face and kills the 7-5? And that wouldn't have been glorious, really, would it? So I pinged off that snake. I played the Ogre Brute, so we can't kill that this turn, leaning us into possible lethal next turn. With the ping onto the 5-1, and then the Ogre Brute possibly going into either the 3-2 or the 2-4 or face. Ideally, it would have gone face. But now, he's got a very full board, and it's looking very scary for us. For some reason, he did that 3 damage onto the 4-1. I'm pretty sure Ogre Brute actually went face when I shot. That Frost Nova was one of the best picks there, because it actually puts him on a turn timer, so we freeze all his guys, and then he can't do anything until next turn, which gives us the time to be able to kill off stuff. We have the ping to go face as well, so technically we just win on this turn, don't we? Unless he had a board wipe of some kind. I mean, it doesn't really matter, really, does it? Nope, doesn't matter. He is dead. It's that easy. He was that easily dead. There's the Forgotten Torch game. We didn't actually see the 6 damage part of that at all in this game. I'm pretty sure I did this first time on normal and then first time on on heroic as well. So it's not hard. Believe me, it's only the first wing, remember. And then we got the final one of the pick of the 2 legendaries. I thought I'd pick that one because yellow swag. I hope you find it helpful. If you did, make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know if you could do it on heroic. I shall see you later on for the second boss. See you later. Goodbye. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Fallout 4. Oh yeah, you're probably wondering, where the hell am I? Well, we did some streaming. We streamed for a couple hours, and I played a little bit off camera as well. And basically, at the end of last episode, we had to go and follow this bloke, wherever he is, to